Hold on 1 second. Are you serious? We're in the middle of the pod.
It's gotta be important.
A big announcement by BBSketch, right?
Right. Oh my God.
There he is.
What up? Welcome to another episode of the Dad's Got Kicks podcast. I'm your host, Esteban Serrano, and joining me, as always, the Splash Uncles, not in matching denim jackets, but still in denim jackets, Josh and Efren. What up?
What up is that you actually recognize the Splash Uncles as a thing. So you just legitimize
you're
what
right.
we're doing.
I do keep acknowledging that.
We've correctly branded ourselves, but we're looking to expand, I think.
We have room for one more, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll get into that later because I got a whole lot to say about this whole expansion and
Yes, we're not gonna get into that later.
No, we are.
Hold on 1 second.
Are you serious? We're in the middle of the pod.
It's gotta be important.
Yeah,
Yo,
I figured it's a big announcement by BBSketch right now.
Right.
Where's he going?
He better not be going to get a denim jacket, I swear.
Uh-oh.
God.
There he is.
Green has entered the building.
This is going off the rails already.
This is not even an honorary title. He is officially
Here it is.
a part of the Splash Uncles.
So for those of you who are listening and not seeing, BBSketch is on the pod today, as is G-Scale. And
Yes,
BBSketch just got up and went and found his honorary Splash Uncles denim jacket.
Oh man.
It looks kind of true religion, but I'll judge him later on that. He put on his denim jacket.
I'm an official Splash Uncle.
Right.
What I intend to bring to the team on this 3-on-3 Dad's Got Kicks contest is I don't know. I'll be Draymond. Yeah, I'll be Draymond.
Pretty much a dirty player.
Yeah, man. I'm bodying. I'm shooting threes wherever I need to do it. But you know what I'm saying? Call me Draymond.
Draymond shoots threes? Oh,
no. So Draymond, like 2-3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, was shooting threes on the corner.
Yeah, and then someone told him to stop it, and then they won chips. Anyway, so the run sheet is blown up at this point.
No, it's not, because we're talking about this 3v3. Let me tell you something. Efren and I worked this deal to bring Sketch onto the squad because we know that he had good intel on how to guard you, Esteban. All right.
Oh my
and he
God.
literally said 3 words. He said hack a shack. That's what he said. That's how we do it.
Listen, I'm a 90% free throw shooter. The last thing you want to do is hack me. But take me to the line. I can shoot it with my eyes closed with a hand behind my back.
you can tell this was premeditated because all their hats are gray now.
Right?
I'm shocked.
Gray hats.
No, I was surprised.
All terrible denim jackets. Oh man, listen.
Oh man.
So for those of you at home, oh my God, we are. I don't know how. First of all, Josh and Efren completely arranged this 3-on-3 Dad's Got Kicks game, and then became a team, and then recruited. You know that these dudes don't play fair. When you go to a basketball court, usually shoot for captains,
Yes.
shoot for pick, and then you pick. Y'all are coming there coordinated. Hey, but you know what they say, right?
What's that?
And this is what they say. The dudes who show up to the court with all of the hot gear, they can't ball. Y'all already matching. This game is good as gone.
Bro, it would be crazy if we beat y'all with jean jackets.
With the denim.
That would be crazy. That would be a new.
We're doing it.
I'll never play basketball again.
Never. Me either. I won't even watch
I'll
it
never play
again.
basketball again. If y'all show up with wristbands, double headband on the head,
Damn.
Well, 215 Shooter said it would be bigger for Instagram if we wore the denim jackets during the game.
Yeah,
so
culture.
Oh, with the numbers on the back.
for sure. in rhinestones, maybe, I don't know.
Oh man!
Listen, all of you should let your daughters, because all the Splash Uncles have daughters.
Oh man!
Let them bedazzle your jacket.
Bro, I didn't even think about that.
Dazzle.
Man,
That's a great idea. At the end of the game, we'll swap. You know, you could take your shirt off. I'll take my
fam.
denim jacket, and we'll swap it.
I'm gonna need all mine. I can't win. I don't want none of yours.
You don't want the jean jacket.
Picture.
Yo, so quick question though. We know Esteban's game. Matt, who would you describe yourself as? Compare yourself to either a contemporary player or player of the past. Who are you? Who are you on your 3v3 team?
You can compare me to.
He's like Jordan, you know.
Nah, not Jordan. Definitely not Jordan.
Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. They were one player.
You call me like a Penny Hardaway.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not
stand up. Are you wearing the Penny jersey? Are you wearing the Penny jersey?
I got a Shaq jersey. But I got foam pods. I got the Penny foam pods. So
you're not gonna wear them on the court though.
Nah, not the pennies. I would wear them, but not those. Well, I got some kicks online.
Is there gonna be did you have a specific shoe in mind that you gonna play in?
So I have 2 pairs of the He Got Games. And one is an old pair, one is a new pair. So I'm gonna probably wear one of those.
Okay.
Well, the old ones, obviously. So
I respect that. I respect that.
Were you shaking your head for Efren? What's going on?
I was nodding.
No, I mean not S.
Because I'm just appalled, man. I'm appalled at these shenanigans. This
you look
WWF of basketball. This is going on right now, man.
The turn of heel.
What in the Mitch McMahon McMuffin is going on around here?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm getting hot. I gotta get up.
You ain't gonna shoot no threes. That tight True Religion jacket.
Man. S, you look like you have just the worst taste in your mouth right now. Yeah, drink that tea.
Yo,
there's a palate cleanser.
This is ridiculous, guys.
I think
it works, guys.
You could just smell defeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you smell a lot of feet in those shoes behind you. That's the feet you smelling. Anyway, let's move.
That's Matt. That's Matt. He wears the sneakers without the socks. Remember?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you said a perfect fit.
That's probably my Caribbean side. I don't know.
Yo, that's a fact. Anyway, let's move on. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. Like, let's just move on to like real topics that are going on. And one that we can't ignore, even though we might be a little late to the party with this one, the devil shoes. We got to talk about these Lil Nas X mischief collabs.
Do we have to?
Of course we have to, man.
Yes.
People.
It's trending.
Right. I mean, and you guys, I'm sure, have heard the details of this Air Max 97 all black. They bought 100. How many pairs? They bought 666 pair.
Right.
And they customized them. They filled the air bubble. They just disrespected this shoe. Yeah. Filled the air bubble with red paint or dye, and it has a drop of human blood. So unnecessary. And then it has the pentagram hang tag. And I thought the worst hang tag you could put on a shoe was the StockX one. They definitely went worse. Maybe the eBay one is a little worse than the StockX one. But
I think eBay is probably worse.
It's a fact. Yo, guys, when you first caught wind of this story in this shoe, what was going through your mind? I'll start with you, G-Scale. What are you thinking?
I mean, I think it's just a disrespect in general of what Air Max is, you know, especially with one of my favorite Air Maxes was the Sean Witherspoons, you know. I think that was the last creative one that actually came out, and for that to come out, it's kind of like, what is this? It's like a big question mark on like, what is this about? Like, really, a drop of blood? Like, what is that really necessary? Like, who blood is that then? If it's a drop of blood,
right? On 666 pairs, he might need a transfusion at this point.
There's a lot going on to just collect blood for Air Maxes. It's like, it doesn't make sense. So I mean,
wait, you know whose blood it was? It was the children in the Nike factory. Truth be told, all of our shoes have a drop of human blood in it when you see the conditions of these factories. But anyway, continue what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, cut a long story short, I'm just not a fan of it. What it's about, you know, me being a Christian, and it has like demon representation to it. I'm just not a fan of it.
Word.
Yeah.
No, I agree, man. Efren, so you already said you were getting a pair. So how do you feel about this?
Oh, well, you know. How do I feel about it? It's disgusting. Just all around. It's just disgusting. It was just a poor choice. But I think what they were going for was, you know, let's generate a lot of discussion.
They see
around
me
it.
trolling.
They hate
That's
me.
it.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
exactly
And
what it was, to be honest.
Lil Nas X was
Put it that way.
like, you know, just sitting back and just watching it all happen. And I was reading somewhere though. It's really interesting. It's like we could hate on him. We could hate on Mischief. You know, even hate on Nike, even though they had nothing to do with it.
Right.
But what I was reading was we don't know like Lil Nas X, the human behind all of this. And it was a weird take because it was like a sympathetic take, almost like there's hurt and brokenness there that we're just skipping over, and we're saying he's the devil. He's, you know, we're demonizing him because that's what we're really good at, is we're saying a yes and no to things and canceling things.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. And I was really like on edge with a lot of the stuff. What is it that the church did to this guy that made him think that this was okay? You know, like, what is it that he doesn't understand? So as another human being reading that, I was opening up my eyes to that aspect of it. But I thought it was still disgusting. You know, there's just,
Word.
yeah, it was just poorly executed.
Speaking of the execution, Sketch, what do you think about the actual customization that Mischief and Lil Nas X did to the sneaker?
Yeah, so when it comes to execution, I know this brand is popular, or you know, they were the ones who actually made the Jesus shoe, right? And so the inspiration behind that Jesus shoe was based off of a Catholic faith, right? So they had the holy water in the air bubble, and you know what I'm saying, from a packaging and design standpoint, they did a good job, right? And so that's the way I saw it, because like they did a good job with the Jesus shoe, and from a design standpoint, they did a good job with the Satan shoe, right? But when you go deeper behind it, it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, to me, right, I would say it, again, we're all believers, but at the same time, we know that Satan or Lucifer is a defeated being. So for me, I think it's funny that somebody will want to walk around with a defeated being representing them and wearing, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah.
From the standpoint of seeing that and being like, oh, it's scary, somebody has the Satan shoe. Okay, that's what you want to do. But the deeper meaning behind that is this dude is defeated. Then you have the other side of the human being who, like, when you follow Lil Nas X in his tweets, like, he said some stuff about how he feels towards the church, and a lot of people feel that way. And so, like, as believers, right, there is always going to be misrepresentation of what the truth is on so many different levels.
Right.
And we have to learn not to take it personal. So, like, for me, I'm like, okay, they did that. That's what they're supposed to do. Because they're, again, like, there's so many different levels where we misunderstand each other as human beings and misrepresent God on so many different levels that there's no getting around stuff like this, right? The Jesus shoe probably misrepresented God in that, you know what I'm saying, in that design too. So
it definitely did, because we all know Jesus would have been a big Birkenstock type of guy.
Right,
but,
right.
That's right.
Right. and we know there's no such thing as holy water if you want to be for real. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
except in Space Jam halftime.
So,
Bugs Bunny would beg to differ.
That's true.
Yeah. So I get it from a design standpoint. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did it for Jesus, and people forgot that y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all did it for Jesus, and now they want to do it for Satan. Now it's like, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
but the Jesus, was the Jesus one collaboration with Nike? Was Nike really involved?
No, Satan wasn't. They weren't involved. Nike wasn't involved with this one either. Yeah. And they, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the perception is that Nike was a part. But somebody said, like, where do you actually get 666 pair of Nike Air Max 97s if Nike wasn't involved?
I know where you get them. You get them from
China.
No, you get them from the son of the VP that just quit or was fired because she was backdooring parents.
Frankie
That's
Joe
what you
Hebert.
Or
Yeah.
you get it from
Honestly,
Dave
you
Chappelle.
could probably just get them
Closet.
down at the factory
Yeah.
outlet as well down the street. I'm
But
just gonna be honest.
somebody was saying that those
Should be.
shoes were probably factory variants. They were probably fake.
Oh yeah.
It would be
okay.
grades or something like that. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
when you read the contract, I mean, when you read the lawsuit from Nike, they're saying that, you know, they misrepresented Nike with these variants and all that stuff. So
So they were
like-
cast down from Nike's inventory. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. So I mean, that's like,
So many
I don't even
levels.
think they were authorized versions of the shoe, and people bought fakes. And so
right.
that's another thing. But
Mm.
yeah, it is what it is, man.
And the blood. Do you think the blood is real or is it rep?
It could be a blood of somebody's donation or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like it could be frozen blood.
No, if it's on an
think it's
unauthorized
dumb.
rep, that's even worse, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rep blood,
Right?
Oh,
Where did you get that from? No, what I was thinking was though, like what a brilliant strategy by Lil Nas X and Mischief to leverage a couple of things. First, they leveraged the brand of Nike, right?
Mhm.
Without even being associated with
Yes.
the production of the sneaker. So they leveraged them and their brand. Two, they leveraged the power of the church in general in our society by also getting them in on the deal by hating it and coming out against it. Ultimately, it just does what they want to do in promoting it. So I hate the shoe. I hate what it represents. At the same time, that's a brilliant marketing move. And they did exactly what they wanted to do by getting everyone talking about it, regardless of if you like sneakers, regardless of what religion you are, regardless of where you stand on all of that. They literally pulled you into the conversation and they inserted their brand into it. So now everyone knows who Mischief is. Everyone knows who Lil Nas X is. And it's all because of a Satan shoe, you know? So if that's what they were aiming for, you know, they were successful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's business.
Yeah.
yeah. I think even going deeper, what do you guys think of the fact that obviously Nike wasn't going to give Lil Nas X a shoe or let Mischief design a shoe? What do you think about this being a way now artists would straight backdoor or cut Nike out, but still use the brand as an official, unofficial collab? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that could open the floodgates for a lot of this to potentially happen more.
But bro, I used to do that. Like when I first started, one of my goals was to create unauthorized stuff so that I can get a cease and desist. Like that means that I'm going to do stuff that is unauthorized by you and show you I can do it better than you and create content around it and get your attention. Now, fortunately for me, disrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fortunately for me, I didn't get a cease and desist. Like it opened up opportunities, right? So I got to work with the NBA directly on creating content for their social media. Now, it wasn't the best experience. It wasn't what I thought it would be, but I got to do it. And so like, those are ways to actually do it. Like, I don't know, like I can't say that if somebody else were to do that and have that goal, it would turn out good for them. But for me, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like, and I play around all the time with Esteban. Like sometimes I take the mindset of a Curtis Jackson or a 50 Cent, right? Like I feel like I need to disturb or disrupt something to get your attention. And I can do that through my art, or I can do that through violating different laws and things like that. But it's worked out for me, and I've grown since then, and I don't have to take that tactic anymore. So that's a great point in regards to Mischief and Lil Nas X. He didn't get a collaboration. Mischief doesn't have an account with Nike to be able to have that type of collaboration. So I think it was a great idea. And like they didn't get knocked for that Jesus shoe. Like people keep forgetting that they already did stuff to that to that Air Max 97. They just didn't get caught and people didn't make a big deal out of it. So yeah.
Well, why do you think that's the case? They didn't make a big deal out of the Jesus one.
I think it was more low key. It was under the radar.
Mm.
Like you had big YouTubers. Like if you Google it and go on YouTube or whatever, like they, you know what I'm saying? I would think it's less controversial, but like they had YouTubers actually reviewing the shoe.
Did they have an artist or a celebrity attached to that one? Like Lil Nas X was to this one? I think that's probably why it was so under the radar, is because they didn't have a personality attached to it. I could be wrong.
That. And let's be real, right? When you come out with a devil shoe, you know that the very loud voice of the Christian majority in this country is ultimately their ears are perked up and they're going to respond. Right. So I think they probably saw, hey, we got zero traction with the Jesus shoe. hey, you know what'll really get people talking? Let's do a Satan shoe.
Yeah.
Which I think, you know, just it naturally warrants a different response, I think, just given like the way our country sets up. But to your point, isn't this all just it's just I don't know, I want to call it like it's just depends on scale, right? It's essentially customizing sneakers. So my question is customizing sneakers wrong in general, or is customizing sneakers wrong to a certain scale when you're releasing massive amounts of pairs? And Sketch, I'd be interested to hear your opinion on that too, but it just seems like it's the same thing either way.
Yeah, I would say it's like the amount of units that you're putting out, because I don't know how many Jesus shoes they put out. I think it might have been less, but you know what I'm saying? Like I think that like that plays a part in it as well.
I think it depends on who's promoting it too. So like an artist like Lil Nas X has a strong following. So by him just promoting that just made a conversation, period. So if it was just a regular mojo posting this, like, we have a new Air Max 95 Saint shoe coming out, people probably look at it like, get that out of here. We're not going to pay attention to that. But since it was somebody that was notable in the industry, it made it that big.
Yeah. So real talk, I mean, Nike doesn't worship the devil. They probably worship the dollar. And so at the end of the day, they're not going to say something until you cut into their market share. Right. So then it becomes, I have to say something, and we're going to bring a lawsuit. I think about places like Garrickson Studios and stuff like that. Well, they will customize Nikes for you and create something like, that you envision. But companies like that are doing well because they work with Nike, I think, directly in some ways as well. There's a relationship there. If you don't have a relationship with them and you're cutting into the market share, most likely they're going to come after you.
Yeah. And also the Nike you can't add a drop of blood. I don't think that's an option in the drop down.
That's coming fall 2021.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the most key part probably to it.
Right.
Mentioning that there's blood in the Air Max is like that got people talking a lot as well.
Yo, have you guys ever blown an air bubble on an Air Max? Have you ever seen one like deflates? Like literally, I was watching a review of this sneaker, and there's no like tension in the bubble. It's just completely squishy. So imagine walking around on like a popped air bubble all the time.
Yeah, somebody I think there was a murder scene somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah,
like
I heard that you could actually,
game,
you could feel the liquid moving back and forth in your foot. That's weird.
Oh, so I asked, question for you. What would you do if one of your sons came home rocking that sneaker?
Man.
And that's a question for all you dads, but I wanted to put S on the spot.
Mids. He's going to make them wear mids.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I mean, obviously it would be cause for a big conversation, and definitely be a moment for us to really have to go deep. And what's crazy is that the Lil Nas X video, Montero, Call Me By Your Name, just sparked a huge conversation in our household about the messaging behind it and what he was trying to convey with the visuals of the video. But I don't know, my take on all of this is kind of part what Brian said. It's like laughable. I don't take any of the imagery or symbolisms that are on that shoe as serious, because to me it's a Confederate flag, it's a Nazi symbol. It's like all these losers. There's always fans of the losers for some reason, throughout history. And so I really don't care. If my kid came home, I'd probably just clown him for being a tryhard. You try to get attention, like in my opinion, Lil Nas X did. Like, we got to remember, this kid started his career off TikTok. Like, the reason why his record, the record was hard, but the reason it went super viral was because it was a huge TikTok hit. So now he hasn't had a record as strong. He hasn't made as much noise. So he's going to have to do the whole trolling, shock and awe, trying to gain, that juggernaut record that he had at first. He's never going to achieve that ever again in his life. There's not many artists on the planet who've had a record that big. So I think he's just trying everything in his wheelhouse to get some attention. My favorite part of it is what no one's talking about is the song. We're talking about the sneakers. We're talking about the visual. The song is trash, and no one's talking about it. When we were talking about Old Town Road, we were talking about the song. And then the video came out, and it was a moment. And then he put, Billy Ray Cyrus on it, and it was a bigger moment. Like, it kept growing and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. But the song itself was hot. No one's talking about his music anymore. Everyone's talking about everything else around it. And I feel like we're witnessing the end of Lil Nas X almost as fast as we saw him come on the scene.
Well, that's what you call. So before I was able to go, full-time artwork and all that stuff, I used to work in the like social services. That's the stuff that you call attention-seeking behavior, right? Like, if I can't do anything else to get your attention, you don't think I'm cute, you don't think I'm entertaining, let me do something to shock and awe you. Yeah. And that's what I see from that. And so, like, even with
that's kind of what like 50 did when he was coming out. He shocked the whole industry by just doing the opposite of what everybody else was doing. So it's part of the game of business, do something that's pretty much nobody else is doing. But this was a little bit extreme for me personally. But if any of you kids, any of y'all kids do wear it, just have them wear the Jesus shoe and repent.
One on each foot or what?
That's hilarious, man. I kind of want to just get into this game. You guys mind if we play a game?
Yeah.
The game that was on the run sheet, bruh. You didn't see the game on the run sheet?
I was trying to set you up for an explanation.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we're gonna play a game called What Would You Wear? But it has a little twist. So we're going to break off into teams. And of course, Josh and Efren are on a team, and Matt and Brian are on a team. And I'm going to ask you a question. You have to tell me what the other person on your team would choose to wear.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep score.
Oh, man.
Choose a winning team at the end of this.
I have not stalked. I haven't stalked through Matt's page or nothing.
Listen, truth be told, this is again, bro, Josh and Efren stacking the deck. They chose the teams.
Bro, they put their answers in the back behind their head. So the only hint that I have is for Matt is Orlando Magic. That's like he's a fan of 95, 96, maybe 90s.
No excuses. We're gonna get right into this game, Brian. Come on. It's even playing field.
I just want you to see what type of teammates you're aligning yourself with over here. They aim to win and they play very dirty.
They play dirty.
Man, I don't like these accusations.
Yeah.
Man. So all of you guys got whiteboards, piece of paper. What we got?
Yep. I got something.
Look at Brian looking unprepared.
Matt's looking panicked.
I'm ready unprepared.
Brian's looking for a piece of paper right now. He's the artist.
Right. Surrounded by markers and paper and paint and all types of stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I know you're going to cut out this time where we had to get out papers and pads and all that. Hold on.
Yeah. This first round, Efren, I'm guessing what you would wear.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm running this game here, buddy.
Right, I'm just trying to make sure I know what the rule is.
You relax.
Yes, tell me what I'm doing.
But yes, you're correct. All right, so Josh, what would Efren wear to play one-on-one with Michael Jordan?
His face.
So I'll write it down, and then we'll do.
And G-Scale, same question for you. What would BBSketch wear to play one-on-one with Michael Jordan? Josh, what is your answer?
My answer is, we can see this, the Concord 11.
What was that at the top of Concord?
I wrote it too small. I'm like, no one can see that.
It's a
signature. That was a grape. I'm like, is that a grape?
It is a grape. Yes, it is.
Oh, we're playing Pictionary.
What did you write down?
Concord
11s.
Let's go.
Boom.
All right, so
Splash Uncles.
Splash Uncles got 1 point.
Oh,
Matt, What would Sketch wear? XX3. Okay. What
I would
from
say
Sketch?
23 because of the no other shoe has technology in it. 23s.
Yeah, but you got to write it
You
down.
gotta
How
show
do
your paper.
How do you know that?
Mine? Oh.
That's like what?
Talking
Pick a
about
number.
He's gonna write it down right now.
I just knew it in my head. All right.
This is such
I
a
just do it
Draymond
in my
Green
head.
move.
Yo,
no,
this
is a technical foul right here.
This is
Get him a
Ref,
tech.
I'm gonna need you to call
Hold
this
on,
one.
hold on.
Oh, come on now.
all right. The judges say, "Yep, that's it." 23.
He's got a bunch of numbers lined up in front of him.
Yeah. This game is real easy when you can write the answer after the other person tells you what it is.
Shoot.
All right. Next one is reverse. So, Efren, you're going to be answering for
right.
Josh. Brian, you're going to be answering for Matt. What would they wear to a funeral? I heard some vibrating. Somebody's texting. Are you guys texting each other? Is that what Smash Uncles are doing? I heard some text.
You know this. I use my phone as
Yeah,
my
I heard
camera.
that too. I heard that too.
I use my phone as my camera.
I promise there was no
As if it's not
communication.
shady enough that all of you have probably went through almost all of these scenarios, except obviously playing one-on-one with Michael Jordan together, because you've known each other longer than any of us around here.
I don't
You're
think
already
it's
on
wrong.
teams. Now you're texting
I'm
each
gonna
other.
get this one wrong. I know it.
Well, you're gonna get it right because it's your answer, right? I'm guessing you. So
Right. Hello.
Wait, what? No, I thought.
no, I'm guessing
I'm
you this
guessing-
time. Oh no, you're guessing me.
Yeah.
Man. Man, this game sucks.
See,
This game sucks.
you wrote this
Yeah.
game.
This is your game.
No, either way, Efren, we got this. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Because it's
You
the same
pick.
for me
This is
or
for
you.
you. This is your
Anyway,
answer.
we'll go to Brian while the two of you figure this out. All right, Brian. What would G Scale wear to a
prize for
funeral?
this? I like those Air Max 95s. If we win, I want. What size you wear, Josh?
I'm 11 and a half.
Oh,
A bit too
perfect.
small for you. Oh, come on, you're 12.
He said, "Oh,
Yeah.
perfect."
I'm his size. I'm his size, Brian.
All right, so funeral. Air Jordan 1. I don't know what color.
You gotta pick a colorway, man.
When is
Show
that?
one.
Jordan 1, retro
Oh.
1. There it
My
is.
guy. He's been stalking
Man.
my Instagram
Yo,
for sure.
there's so many retro ones.
But yeah, you can wear any retro one. It's a classic look to it, you know.
Okay.
All right.
There's no funeral ones here, buddy.
right.
Mischief hasn't gotten that far yet in
This is my
their
guess.
creativity.
This is my guess for Josh.
Shadow
Ooh.
ones.
Shadow ones.
Man.
That's a little dark. Don't you
I went
think?
with the black cat.
All right. See, I told you I was gonna get that one wrong. See,
All black. Just
you guys
funeral.
thought this was rigged.
Mm.
It was me.
What would you guys wear? Are we just going to flip it over again? We know the rules. We
Yeah,
know
yeah,
who's
yeah.
going.
We got this now.
Come
We're
on.
pros. We're pros now.
We got this.
School reunion.
Hmm.
What are you wearing? Now,
It would have
remember,
to be
Matt-
Jordans. It would have to be Jordans.
Why are you gonna
Yeah.
pick Ultra Boost?
Because
Because Matt, if I was you, I would just be Ultra Boosting it the whole way through.
you can't go wrong with the Ultra Boost.
Yo, you would have won this game 100%
Good.
if you just went that route.
If you did your homework,
man.
Matt, you'd be good.
Wait till you see
Imagine-
my answer.
Imagine Brian playing Jordan in Ultra Boost though.
Right.
How pissed
That's
would
so
Michael be?
disrespectful. So you can't play me in no Adidas, and they're gonna be Ultra Boost.
Mm.
All right. Show me, reveal your answers. Bam.
Jordan 11 cap and gown.
Boom.
11 cap and gown. That's dope. Cap and gown. Okay. So the Splash Uncle's got a point. Ultra Boosts.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
What are you
if
doing?
can
He's
do
writing.
it.
He's writing again.
Hey. Come on.
Ultra Boost. There we go. All right. And a
Yeah.
shocker.
There's some home cooking going on right now.
G Scale and
He's been saying Ultra Boost this whole
Hey,
podcast.
man. That card is so versatile. What else
It's
is
not
on
fair.
that card?
Yeah, yo, my flashcards are like all the way over there.
Uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I've been recycling.
Yeah.
all right. So clearly
Is this it? This is the last round?
that's it. No, that was it. We did 3 rounds. Matt
Oh,
and
All right,
Oh,
so
it's
Brian,
tied.
I know
No,
this is not
you
a
gotta-
part of the.
We gotta
Oh,
break the tie.
it's tiebreaker.
With,
All right.
yes, it's tied.
Yeah.
what's the
2-2.
tie?
Hi. Didn't
It's
we get
2-2.
3 in a row? Y'all got 2?
You guys got 3 in a row?
Yeah.
No,
Heck. No.
that's gave him the first round. Even
What are
though
you
they wrote
talking
it late.
about? It's 3 in a row.
All or nothing. All or nothing. No, I don't believe that.
Okay,
Did you see his card?
We're gonna have an intervention on the next podcast about your gambling habits, all or nothing. You relax, sir. Anyway, let's get back. Let's wrap this podcast up with some real advice for dads out there. How do you guys as dads, and Efren got a lot of kids, Josh got a lot of kids, Brian got a lot of kids, I got too many kids,
Matt got some on the way.
Matt gonna have a whole bunch of kids. How do you keep the family fresh, but pinch pennies, or keep it from getting out of hand? That's one thing about sneakers. They can be a very expensive thing to especially when your kids' feet grow so fast. So we'll start with you, Josh, because you got probably more kids than a little bit.
Oh, Brian was ready. Yeah, this sounds like.
Well,
you got the Birdman hand.
Efren's got the most kids for sure, so I'm going to be listening intently when I hear his answer. But for
most
me,
of his kids are barefoot, so we want to talk to you about your kids.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, I think you just have to buy them a bunch of mids because they're much more affordable than the regular retro highs.
I love it.
And I try to get them some Ultra Boost, but they're still charging $180 for those, even though they're not cool anymore. So
this has gone off the rails.
So I don't really know what to do. So Sketch, Matt, Efren, what do you got? Any advice?
Payless.
They don't exist anymore, and you ain't got no kids. You shut up. Sketch.
So all right. So I have 4 kids, and so they're what I'm saying, like, they all athletes or whatever. And so I have this app that it's an Adidas app, right? And they always let me know when stuff is on sale. But the good thing about Adidas and the way that they work everything out, like, their clothes are great, right? And then their Ultra Boost, when they first
this
released,
sounds more and more like an ad every time you open your mouth. So, not only are their clothes great, but, like, come on, man.
Do some Adidas logos over his video.
But no. So Adidas, they always have sales, right? This is how I do. They always have sales. It's usually like 40% off, 50% off. So along with Adidas, like, their clothes are sustainable. Then when it comes to their Ultra Boost, when they first drop their full price, but then they come down in price and they're usually 40% off. So my son, you know what I'm saying? Like, not only do they look fresh, like, they're also comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like, in whatever they whatever they do. So I don't know, for real, like, that's really what I do. I look for sales when it comes to different brands that are sustainable and cool. And then I let them, you know what I'm saying, like, choose based off of what they want. My daughter actually just had a whole makeover based off of 40% off sale going on at Adidas. And then, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to sneakers and all that stuff, I usually go
How'd you get that discount?
Yeah, that sounds like Matt's a little discount.
That sounds like an influencer coupon code, if I've ever heard.
Just use the code BBSketch.
BBSketch 40? Is that what it is?
Use
the code Bubble Tea.
Yeah. No, we don't want to get into that. Kung Fu. Shout out to Kung Fu Chi too. But nah. So eBay too, man. When it comes to shoes for my kids, like, I go on eBay. I usually click the, you know what I'm saying, like, the low cost stuff. Where I did go wrong though is try to make, my kids appreciate the stuff that I like. And so, like, I usually, like, the way that we spend time and try to, even the playing field, like, I try to see where they're at, what they want, what they think is cool, and not be so judgmental. And that's been entertaining to me, because some of their choices are trash, but at the same time, like, I could see why they like the stuff. So
do you tell them it's trash?
I just be like, I followed up with a question. I'm like, those though? You know what I'm saying? Like, doing like those.
Well, no, to echo what you said, Brian, though, eBay is great. I just typically order a size up for my kids, because by the time they ship to me, usually they've grown, at least
Oh, man.
So just
Bro, and even with that, like, my son, right? He's a natural athlete. But for some reason he doesn't care what he puts on. And I had to be able to accept that.
Hmm.
Like he doesn't even like he'll wear like some off-brand Crocs that his me mom got him. And like it'll be Crocs with an air bubble. And I'm like, what are those? Like what he's like they're comfortable. I'm like, all right, man. And then I can't let my, you know what I'm saying? Like the way that I grew up affect him because he just if they work for him, then I have to be okay with that. But I'm like, yo, you're a Croc with an air bubble and they're not Crocs. Like
That's good. He's not trapped into the system of like worrying what to wear, you know. So
right.
You save money that way, I guess.
Yeah.
And,
I'll echo that. Yeah.
I know this has nothing to do with shoes, but he went back to school for the first time yesterday. He's packing a lunch and he put his lunch in like an old Hello Kitty lunch bag from like 5 years ago that he found.
That's when you got to grab it away. Like, son, no.
I did that, but the thing that's entertaining is the fact that he's like, yo, my friends don't care. I just need a bag for lunch. And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense, but you're still not going to school with a, you know what I'm saying? A Hello Kitty bag. I was like, I appreciate
I hear you, son.
You grabbed it out
I want
of
to
his
take
hand.
your lunch, and I'm the one that gave it to you.
Yeah, he had so much juice and confidence, but at the same time, like, yo, dog, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
no, I'm not gonna lie. There's been like in high school, there's been kids that used to wear like cartoon book bags and all this other stuff, pink, whatever it was.
Right.
They just wear it. It'd be those random kids. Like,
Yo, you gotta be careful though. As a dad, I've learned in that like you can't ride your kids too hard about the style thing, because like I watch my kid walk out in great sneakers, and then I'm like, and that's what you're wearing with it, like that doesn't
hurt
look
your
good.
heart every time.
And I'm like, what? And I say to him, I'm like, why are you wearing that out? And he's like, Dad, what do you mean? Like I spent like 15 minutes putting this together. So at the end of the day, like I want them to be happy, and I also don't want to be the dad that in any way hurts their confidence because they don't look exactly like me, or because they're still trying to figure out what it is that their style is. So that's actually a good point, Brian.
See, that's not me. See, I'm the dad that's going to help. I like to think that I help my kids build tough skin because I will clown you to no end for wearing some old bull. For example, my oldest son, remember, I don't know if you guys noticed this teenage phase a couple of years ago with Champion. And I'm talking about like big, huge Champion C logo on the sweatshirt. It was so disgusting. Everything he wore was Champion. Socks, the sweat.
Hey, you don't like Champion?
Hoodie. Hell to the no.
Why?
I like the blank, and then you have something else on top of it. I don't want it to say Champion all over. Like that's like something.
I can only do like the little C logo.
Exactly. Little C hit on the sleeve.
You don't like the Champion.
There goes another future sponsor out the window.
Boom.
You don't like the Champion sneakers to match?
I will fight you. Anyway. Now Champion is gone. But every time we go shopping, I'm like, yo, they got a whole rack of Champion right there, player right there on sale, $15. You don't want no Champion? And it's just like, oh, but I told you when you was wearing it, it was trash. Now you look back, you see it was trash. It's too late. You can't get that wax sauce off you. That's the approach that I take as a parent. And like, you know, kind of like what you guys were saying about your kids don't care what they wear. My kids still don't care. And that's what I love and I appreciate most because I will clown. My wife is like, you're abusing our children. Like, you need to stop clowning them so hard.
Sound like one of those dance moms.
Right. Exactly. That's how I am. I'm a trophy dad. But listen.
Honey Boo Boo's mom.
When they leave the house and they get clowned, I'll tell you another quick story. One of the greatest and worst days of my life as a father was when my son got a letter from the superintendent of schools that he was bullying kids. And I was like,
chip off the whole block.
What?
I had to go to school and we had to have a meeting about it. And in the meeting, they were saying, well, the kids, you know, what they like to do is make fun of each other. And your son is just too good at it. And it makes the kids cry. Then it's a bullying incident. And I'm like, yeah, that's my boy.
Tell us which kid it was.
It was Esteban. Are you kidding me? There's only one kid in my house that can make somebody else cry.
Cue the Josh clip of I learned it from you, Dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bro.
Apple does not fall far from the tree.
Right.
Yeah, man. So
Mm.
I love it. We all take our own unique approaches. And at the end of the day, our kids are who they are. They're not robots. I'm not forcing my style on them. I'm forcing them to own who they are, because you want to walk out here with a Hello Kitty lunchbox, you better be ready to knuckle, and you know somebody gonna say something. You gonna have to wear that.
The problem
But
is,
as how bad did you feel when you heard that he was bagging on kids for wearing champion gear? Like, that was really bad, right?
I was so
It was like
proud,
full
man.
circle.
Can't be prouder.
That's so messed up.
I was so proud, bro. The problem is, though,
That's my son.
the problem is, just like you said, I can bag on him for doing that, but like when he has the juice to do it, like that's
right.
That's the problem. Like that's where you have the real problem.
Yeah,
like,
but Brian, you could take your brush out real quick and custom it right before he leaves the door and then not know.
I'm like, yo, I'm not even gonna think. Yo, I thought about doing that. I was like, maybe we'll put some sunglasses on him. The whole bag was pink. It was it was pink, and then it had some some stains on it. I was like,
Like, come here, son. Let me put some green on this and make it look
right.
Gucci kitty.
Yeah, man, bro.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
Mm.
All right, man. Listen, I know we enjoyed this pod. I don't know if anyone listening is going to enjoy this podcast, but
No, they're gonna
there
like
it is.
They have no
Oh,
choice.
man.
Good one. This was a good one.
No, this was a great one, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and being a part of it and being a good sport. You know, the game definitely looked like the Splash Uncles definitely rigged it to their favor, but I'm glad you guys pulled through
Man.
and got the W. To their chagrin, as they like to say. But for you guys listening,
I've never said
yeah,
that.
chagrin
Never
is the
said that.
jam. Google it. Anyway,
Who are you?
I'm
for you
done.
guys at home watching, for you at home listening, thanks so much for tuning in. If you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe, follow, like, share, rate, do all of those things. Hit us up on Instagram, Dad's Got Kicks, dadsgotkicks.com. Support us, be part of the movement, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.